I've been using the Iron Bull 7mm knee sleeves for the past few weeks. My favorite things about them are the double stitch contour design. It's gonna allow you to stay pretty mobile throughout your workouts. They're 7mm thick, so it's gonna provide a high level of compression for your workouts, and they're available in 5 different sizes from small to double XL. If you're looking for some new knee sleeves to toss into your gym bag for your workouts, you might have just found your fit. Let's get into this review. What's up everybody, it's Jake back in the BarBend garage gym, and for today's video, I've got a pair of 7mm knee sleeves from Iron Bull. In this video today, we're gonna talk about a lot of stuff, but specifically we're gonna talk about some money, some pros and cons you might run into with these knee sleeves, and then of course, who should or maybe should not make this purchase. Before I do that though, if you're not aware, we've reviewed a whole lot of other knee sleeves on BarBend.com, and we went ahead and made a best list of all of our top picks. So if you wanna check that out, all you gotta do is search BarBend, best knee sleeves. It's gonna pull right up for you. So before I start really diving into the pros and the cons with these knee sleeves, why would you wanna wear knee sleeves? All right, so the main reason here is that they're gonna add more warmth and then obviously compression, for your knees, which can lead to, better blood flow and allow you to, be more stable within your workouts. And that can also help with your technique. That compression can help keep your knee aligned, basically. And also, reduce pain and discomfort in your knees, if you kind of experience that. Now, knee sleeves are very different from knee wraps, okay? So think of a knee wrap exactly as like a wrist wrap. So you're literally wrapping it around your knee. Now, you can get, a tighter compression with those, a tighter fit, but knee sleeves are more practical. They cost more money, but they're more practical. You don't have to rely on somebody else to help you, get a secure fit, anything like that. But with knee sleeves, there's various types, right? So once again, these are 7mm thick. They make 5mm thick sleeves and 3mm sleeves. Which ones do you go with, right? Also, another thing here is, remember, these are contoured. They also have straight stitching. Which ones do you go with? Okay, so start with the 3mm. That's gonna be great for anybody who's doing CrossFit, Olympic weightlifting, anything like that where you need to be really explosive and really, really mobile. And you're just looking for something, to kind of just keep your knees warm as you're working out. 5mm kind of in that same, realm of things, I guess you could say. But obviously 2 more millimeters of thickness, it's gonna provide, a little bit more stability. Now, 7mm, that is, where the powerlifting really comes into play, squatting mainly. So like I said, powerlifters, that's what you want. And so this contour design compared to a straight stitch design is gonna allow you to be more mobile within your knees, within your workout. So that straight stitch, that's gonna be ideal for people who are really just looking for some knee sleeves for squatting. This contour design is gonna allow you to use them across multiple lifts. Maybe you do want to sprinkle in some Olympic weightlifting. Maybe you do want to sprinkle in some CrossFit workouts, whatever it is. And then continue to do your powerlifting. That's where that contoured stitching comes into play. So let's talk about some pros and cons here. And I really do like this contoured stitching. It's gonna allow me to use these across all of my lifts. I think that's a really cool thing. Remember, there are 5 different sizes from small to double XL. So there's an option for pretty much every single athlete out there. There's 7 different colorways. I think that's cool. If you want your accessories to match your attire, your workout gear, that's gonna be really cool too. Really cool as well for you. Now, I also really like how there's this little bit of a rubbery, grip right here on the top. Not every single knee sleeve has that, and that really comes in handy because if you've never worn knee sleeves, like I said, they're gonna keep your knees warm, but that also is gonna lead to you sweating, especially if you sweat already. So that extra grip is gonna be really nice. It's gonna prevent them from sliding down as you're working out. I also think it's really cool how these are certified by all these federations right here. So if you're a competitor, you can use them, when it comes to competition day. With the cons, really for me, it just boils down to personal preference. I talked about the different styles of knee sleeves. Maybe these aren't for you. Maybe you want a thinner one, maybe you want, that straight stitching. So that's it. It really just kind of boils down to what style of lifting that you're prioritizing. All right, so these knee sleeves are gonna cost you right around 60 bucks. That's a really solid deal to me because yeah, they're high quality, you know, that high quality neoprene. They're also gonna last you, I would say, at least a year. Now, it's gonna, you know, be determined by how often you use them and everything. But I think, you know, about a year, I think that's, you know, a pretty solid, you know, estimate, I guess you could say, for how long they're gonna last you. Now, I'd mentioned that these are more expensive than knee wraps. Right? They're about twice as expensive. And I'm specifically referring to, you know, Iron Bulls. They have their own knee wraps. Those are gonna cost you 30 bucks, but they're not as practical as knee sleeves. So I think that, you know, extra money is well worth it. Now, if you compare the price of these to a company like Rogue, they're cheaper. So with Rogue, you're spending 75 bucks, you know, and that's $15, you know, whatever, but 60 bucks, you know. Anyways, this is about the average price tag. Now, if say you don't want this contour design, you want that straight stitching that I was talking about, you know, Iron Bull also has their premium sleeves that do in fact have straight stitching. Those are gonna cost you about 90, 95 bucks. So honestly, it really just depends on what you're looking for. I think 60 bucks for these and how versatile they could be for you is, you know, worth that price tag. So remember, with these sleeves, they're available in 5 different sizes from small to XXL. I'll explain that in further detail in just a second. But also remember, these are available in 7 different colors. And yes, you know, it's still gonna stay black right here, but you know, the accents change, right? So the stitching and the logo on the front, that's gonna change color. So, you know, might be kind of cool, you know, just kind of check it out. Maybe you can, you know, match your gym gear, your attire, if that's something that you're interested in. Said it about 15 times. We need to get a little tracker in the bottom corner when I repeat things like this. These are 7 millimeters thick. Don't forget it. So it's gonna offer, you know, a really high, you know, level of compression, but because they are contoured with that stitching, it's gonna allow you to stay pretty mobile within your knees. Okay, so I've got a pair of medium knee sleeves right here, and it's gonna show you right here on the inside right there, it's a medium. So whenever you go to do your sizing, remember you wanna extend your leg and do it around your kneecap. But you wanna make sure that you have one of those fabric, you know, tape measures. Don't use your classic one because it's not gonna bend the right way. It's not gonna give you, you know, that accurate reading. And I also mentioned this earlier, sometimes it helps to go down a size from what you actually measure, you know, compared to the sizing chart, because you really want, you know, a snug fit with some knee sleeves. All right, so let's just go ahead and demonstrate, you know, how to properly put these on. So what I like to do, I like flipping them inside out. And you're gonna put it on upside down, if that makes sense. It all makes sense whenever you actually put it on. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. Because sometimes it does get a little bit tricky. All right, I'm not gonna take my shoe off here. It's still gonna work. All right, so you go ahead and get right here. You try to go ahead and, actually let me lower this down a little bit. Go ahead and flip it. And it makes it a whole lot easier for you to go ahead and get everything in position. And you might have to turn it a little bit, but that's a quick way to do it. You could always, you know, just slide it on, kind of as personal preference. This is my way, I like doing it. So as you can see, that contour is going kind of with the way your knee is gonna bend right here, and that's gonna allow you to be more flexible. So those straight stitched knee sleeves, it's a straight stitching, right? So it's gonna go right up the middle right here, right on your joint, and that's kind of gonna limit your mobility a little bit. So if you're looking for some knee sleeves that you can use across pretty much all your lifts, you're definitely gonna want that contour design. If you're a competitor looking for some certified knee sleeves, well, guess what? They're right here in front of you. And I also think these are gonna be great for anybody who's looking for some highly versatile knee sleeves because of that contoured stitching without sacrificing the compression and the stability, because these are 7 millimeters thick. Now, on the other hand, really just boils down to personal preference when it comes to not wanting to purchase these. Maybe you don't need this thick of a sleeve. Maybe you want the 3 or the 5. Maybe you want that straight stitching. It really just boils down to your personal preference, y'all. Well, that's a wrap for today's review over the Iron Bull 7 millimeter knee sleeves. I love the contour design. It's gonna allow your knees to stay pretty mobile, but you're not gonna be sacrificing stability and compression because they are 7 millimeters thick. And then plus they're certified by multiple federations. Thanks for watching, y'all. I hope this video was really helpful and that I was able to break down everything there is to know about these knee sleeves. As always, stay posted for my next video. But for now, head over to BarBend.com because we have a full written article about these knee sleeves that you'll probably find to be pretty helpful. All you gotta do is search BarBend Iron Bull 7mm knee sleeves review. It's gonna pull right up for you, and you can read everything I talked about here today. I'll catch y'all next time.